Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, honey? What do you want me to
I
do?
don't know you. Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here! Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
$60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it the same way. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better. I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything. You've been in the Commonwealth.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that.
Sure.
I hope that you can see that rationally. I simply ask that you give the Institute. We really do have human. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time.
Right.
The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division head. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating...
It seems like a strange choice. On more than one level.
I can understand how it might seem that way. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent, do you think you could love him?
Seriously.
That's a difficult question. Yours is a unique position. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if
Sean?
our advances will, in time, change the world.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Doctor?
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't I've been saying for years that we're too Maybe you can talk some... In any case, perhaps a fresh perspective.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's...
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Get that going. So I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's
Doctor?
best not to dwell on
Yes,
the
yes,
subject.
I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Ooh, working on something.
Now, if you're quite... They're difficult enough...
Equations for what?
Now, I'm afraid I must...
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document the plant growth.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't you just do it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to return.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Doc?
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma. High-energy weapons are sort. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how I really hope you'll... Well, that was productive.
Bingo.
Rushed work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Hi, Doc.
Since you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Words any former soldier can appreciate.
A woman who understands the... I had some handbooks made up, but...
Sounds good.
Take care, then.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. You're to be given full access, with the ability to...
Thank you. I'm sure that...
Given that the relay is the only way to access the... In case the significance is lost on you, you'll... If nothing else, it should demonstrate... Now, unless there's something else...
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much.
No visible reaction to K-14 combat. You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Scanning.
Well, you can
Subject
tell him that I
identified.
intend to speak to Father about these unannounced...
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging
It's an honor to meet you,
targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft?
Doc?
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be up front with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. As to why they're escaping, our main instrument is the Courser. Coursers hunt down. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, but I gather you know all this.
Right.
In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed Now, unless you need something else, I'll get...
I'm good for now.
Very well.
Carry on, ma'am.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously. I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken us.
Sure.
Because they see us as a necessity. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we... In any case.
Uh-huh.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless...
Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, philosophers. Well, remember.
Welcome to the Institute. Please step forward.
We're quite fortunate to have the citizens to aid us.
Hey, Doc.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I just have to apologize for any trouble our citizens may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you. Will you be staying with us then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. If you require anything...
Right?
You really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
If you ask me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
Doctor?
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true, it's no exaggeration.
What I've seen...
It's just the beginning, like I said.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Excuse me,
That's the
Doctor.
third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh,
Bother
I
is
don't know.
more than
You
just
weren't
a-
kidding. Most of them have lasted
Really
long
sorry
past their
we need
projected
her. Well, all right.
lifespans.
I'm
You ask
Allie.
me,
Allie
they
Fillmore.
were built pretty well.
You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope now. I'll give you a quick run. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's... We maintain and upgrade. There's a lot of machinery behind. The work we do might not be as... So, now that you're here and you've spoken...
I'm just looking around.
I see. If there's anything else you'd like to know...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so...
Are you all right?
Where do you want me to start?
But how did you escape the Institute? You're not a spy, right? Testing, testing, hello. Institute, can you hear me?
No, no way.
You still could be a synth. Are you? Listen carefully. This statement is a lie. Am I telling the truth?
Hey, if you can't trust me, who can you trust?
Well, you're good in my book. Whatever or whoever you are.
The feeling's mutual.
You're getting pretty mushy for a robot.
How were things here while I was gone?
We could have used you.
Well, I'm here now, Chief.
I can't imagine how difficult it must have been out there. What do you remember about the Institute?
I don't know what to say.
It can't have been all that rosy.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
I didn't do it alone. Sean's all grown up now.
He might be my son, but I don't know him. And I don't know what he's capable of. He's a stranger to me.
And if my priorities have changed?
You worried that I'm gonna quit? It would never be that way with me. I care about you too much to let that happen.
I know I'm not the only person here who's lost someone.
I got word of a settlement.
Hey.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember.
I know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Just in case they decide the Commonwealth isn't big enough for the both of us.
All the good stuff on here is gonna be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
If you feel you need to, then go ahead. I hear you. Everything okay here? Bring her on.
Deacon, is that you?
Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off. Good, right? You're lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps, too.
I almost didn't recognize you.
That's the point. The railroad's only our old base.
That sounds really...
It was a disaster. The survive.
Let's find it then.
We gotta do... We got a tourist nearby. For now? So I'm looking for rail sign. Symbols we use to
What
send
is it?
messages to each other. If you like that,
Absolutely.
we got signs
Go ahead.
and countersigns. Dead drops, even a secret handshake. Alright, maybe the handshake never got on. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us. Here we go. Rail sign. The arrow in the center indicates a direction. So our tourist is up ahead. Let's keep going. Got another rail sign. Right there.
Top yours.
And another. Probably close.
Hey.
I'll make some time for you. Yeah, let me show you.
I'm always ready to listen.
Anything you need.
Sure. What's up?
Hey.
Go on. Yes, of course.
See the plus in the center? That means there's an ally nearby, our tourist. You take point on the conversation. Look, no matter what he says, you just say, mine is in the shop. Trust me.
Hi.
When your friend gets here, how about we have a chat, huh? Oh, thank God. You have a Geiger counter? You have a goddamn Geiger counter?
Mine is in the shop.
Who the hell is he? Hey,
Sorry, I'm new.
All right.
Uh-huh. Are you in danger?
I signed on. The front's for
I appreciate all you...
I hope it helps. As soon as it's safe.
Hi.
Well, isn't Ricky just a ray of sunshine? You think he's telling the truth?
I think he's hiding something.
So you don't trust him. First rule in this business is never go against your gut. If he's lying, could be the front entrance is full of lollipops and rainbows. My guess is it's worse than he's letting on. So we're going in through the escape tunnel instead.
Tunnel has got to be...
Easier, but...
Sure.
Back entrance is safer, but be ready for Gen 1s and 2s. So it's time you learn why we're here. We're retrieving a prototype developed by our good Dr. Carrington.
Let's find a prototype then.
Together with you, I like our odds. First step is to override the security lockdown.
That's it.
Great.
rail sign here. This one is dangerous. Box in the center of that rail sign. Looks like a cache in there. Looks like Maven managed to hide something before. Look around. We managed to turn on the defenses. Barely slowed the rushers down, but hey, probably saved some lives.
Life's in danger, do whatever it takes to defend myself. Another active terminal. We didn't have time to trip the defenses up ahead. Power them up, and we can give our friends a little surprise.
Enemy. Life signs detected. Hostile sense invasion.
Is someone present? Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there.
Damage.
Give me a break.
We got a badass over here.
If they return, I will be ready. Movement.
Got it.
I knew you had it in you.
I have detected you.
Up yours.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Up yours. Come on.
I am the victim.
Yeah. I'm the best. Up yours.
ones. Prepare to be shocked. Not every Slocum's Joe has a massive tunnel complex underneath it. We're entering a secret defense intelligence agency research lab. Place the never heard of the shrine. It's called the Switchboard. The prototype is locked up in the heart of the facility.
It would appear my target has disappeared.
You cannot escape detection.
Yes.
I am no longer detecting an enemy presence.
There we go. I'm in.
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
You are valuable. I knew you would reveal. Is someone present? I...
Hostile sensor reading detected.
If you need my help, not again.
You can't stop me.
Where's that play button?
Carrington, Stanley, Dallas, Crote, Subliminal Banks.
Oh, it says me. So Tommy Whispers didn't make it out.
Hell yeah.
He died protecting our secrets.
Nice.
Let me see. There. Tommy would want you to have his hand cannon. Don't let its size fool you.
I appreciate it.
May it serve. Grab Carrington's prototype. You turn that over to Desdemona.
Right.
There's an elevator at the end of the hall. It should be a hell of a lot easier fighting the Chrome Dome from this side of the mine.
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos, you'd be wrong.
Hello? There you are.
It would appear your attempt at stealth by order of the Institute must be destroyed. Sensors.
The new girl patched me up, put me on her shoulder, and blasted her way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true. And then some.
A full 100.
See? Just like I said, boss.
I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, but instead, just...
You'd be insane.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon.
Right.
Welcome to the Railroad.
Glad to be aboard.
It's seen, so you're in.
Have any suggestions?
No.
Call me Whisper.
After Tommy? Your first official. But first, the location of our HQ is one of our most tightly guarded secrets.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Hey there.
Welcome to the family. We're a colorful and arguably insane bunch. But you're stuck with us now. Speaking of which, if you don't mind a sidekick, let's keep a good thing going and travel together soon.
Let's go then.
I'm all ready to go.
This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe. We've taken precautions not to.
Word is, Diamond City is under opposition control.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this.
Listen
But
up.
that's hardly the point.
This
Without a lick of training, and knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our fielding. So headquarters. Paranoid.
He may have a good
Perhaps he does. The dead draw is it's a common meat. When you make the current sign is...
You can trust me.
You sound rather convincing.
Uh-huh.
Stockton is... Use the...
Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth, I'm a liar. When I was young,
Hey.
a mistake or two, I ran with... We kept the claws.
Uh-huh. I'll withhold judgment.
Thanks. So I turned my back. She saw some...
Sure. Leaving the death...
Leaving wasn't... We were trying. She didn't know.
That must have been...
I don't remember. The railroad.
After what happened.
I thought you might. I don't even know. I don't. Hell, I'm not even asking.
Right? Everyone's got a...
I'm not the hugging...
I suppose you're here for my medical services. Let's see what's wrong with you today.
Hey there.
Anything for you, pal.
It's about time for you to...
Another time. Deacon's record is the best.
Excuse me.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I'll take a look, sure.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Not now.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can... Ultimately, all our knowledge and, unfortunately, no as remarkable as the superior synth mind.
If the synths aren't...
However closely they may approximate, when you see what I have to... A rogue synth has taken over the... His memories have been erased. Under his leadership, I've dispatched a courser.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get moving.
I'm ready to move in, ma'am.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
I can handle these raiders on my own.
I have no reason to doubt that. If you take on that synth, I'll be right there with you.
badass over here.
That's quite a drop. Up yours.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who's there?
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, ma'am. Ready when you are.
B592, initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon up yours.
You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him! Take them out!
Up yours.
Great!
I believe you can try.
I'm sorry.
Nice work, man. I'll take this synth back. This is X688. Ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Terminal should open this. We're through.
That's amazing. Maybe I can lend you a hand.
Nice.
Wow.
Heads up. Yes. Excellent.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.